Perhaps this trumpet would help with your hearing.
How dare you call me a strumpet? I've never been so offended in all my days.
No, madam, I said trumpet.
Now you're just mumbling, you young reprobate. Look, why don't you give me that trumpet you're holding so I can hear you better?
Hello everybody, welcome back and welcome to Mad Ferret Studios. We are on Lord Winkelbottom Investigate. This particular episode was supposed to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare. However, not only did the game not update in Steam automatically, like it's supposed to, once again having trouble getting onto the online servers without either being kicked off or cannot connect. Anyway, let's jump back into Lord Winkelbottom. And I believe, yes, save one. Alright, so we left off where we got the book from the attic, gave it to the preacher. I think now...
Any ideas, old thing?
Should probably have a poke around the island now the storm has cleared up.
That's right, we can go outside now. So we picked up... I wonder... I want to check. I want to make sure we don't need that axe. Do we need it still? No, not the tube.
This tube is part of the network of pipes.
Ingenious.
You know, Frumple, I'm inclined not to touch this again unless I need to. It didn't exactly go entirely according to plan last time.
Certainly not for that poor gardener, no.
Alright, let's go out, and now I believe we can go outside. If we need the axe, I'm guessing the game will prompt us.
Well, the rain appears to have cleared up at least. This will make exploring the rest of the island rather easier.
Yes, wouldn't have wanted to go out in that storm. My tea would have been watered down something rotten.
And it's the same tea he's been carrying since the beginning of the game. Oh, here we go. Okay, so there's the jetty thing. Barguest Forest. We can't go. Okay, so I guess we can go to the forest. The jetty is there. Maybe we should try the family crypt. See what we get.
Tell us more about this business with your family.
Not much to tell. I wanted to get a decent job and they didn't approve. Just wanted me to swan around the estate all day. Not my style, old thing. I mean, I like to enjoy myself as much as the next chap, but one has to try to make a difference, don't you think?
Wish I didn't have to have a job. My life would be much easier without all the bloody sick people badgering me all day.
So they disowned you. Seems a trifle harsh.
Well, quite, old thing. Families, eh, Winklebottom? More belly trouble than they're worth. We'd be better off without them. Oh, sorry, Constance.
Thank you, sir. Perhaps
Just in
we could
case.
discuss your family. What can you tell us about your mother?
Mother and I were great pals, Lord Winkelbottom. We had such laughs, often at Father's expense. The house was so full of joy before.
I was so very sorry to hear of Ethelberta's death.
The house wasn't the same after that. I had to get away, you understand? I just couldn't bear it. But now I've returned, and Father is...
Dreadful business. Just dreadful.
Okay, I think
Thank
we're
you,
good.
Farewell, Miss Gilfrey.
Alright. So, crypt.
Ethelberta's grave, you can tell how much he revered her.
Don't much fancy being buried myself. Shoved into a tiny wooden box in the cold and darkness. No, I had enough of that getting over here, thank you very much.
I'm surprised Gilfrey let it get into this state. Something must have been troubling him. Must try and tidy it up for the old chap. These vines are tough. We shan't remove them by hoof or even tooth or claw.
Not even your gnashers would get through those, eh?
I'm not fond of them in any case. Too bitter for my palate.
Oh. Right. Maybe this will work?
This trusty knife will surely slice through these vexatious vines.
I say, Winklebottom, just imagine if we hadn't found that knife. Worth its weight in gold, that thing.
I guess that's all we do here? Okay.
Percival Flabbernacle, 1808 to 1905.
May the blob be with
Lord
him.
Be with him. How curious.
Well, let's try the jetty. See what we get. Oh, he's back in his boat.
Look, Frumple, it's Mr. Walters.
Let me be. I'm not sticking around this place for a minute longer.
Can we just let him leave like this?
Who's going to stop me? You soft-bellied landlubbers?
It's okay, Frumple. Walters clearly wasn't here when Gilfrey was killed. We can let him leave.
Drunk had barely got us here in one piece, probably drowned before he reaches the mainland. Still, it's his own funeral, I suppose.
I'll have you know that I be as sober as a judge. After what I saw last night, I'm giving up drink for life.
Well, goodbye then, Mr. Walters, and good luck.
Alrighty. I guess we go along the beach.
Good grief, Frumple. Who on earth is this poor
Aww.
unfortunate?
Oh, as I live and breathe. It's Lord Winklebottom. Oh, am I glad to see you, sir.
Inspector Culver, what on earth happened to you?
We got your call, Winklebottom. So I got here as quick as I could. I have come to help, sir.
You don't look like you're in any state to do that right now. How on earth did you get here?
It wasn't easy, sir. Couldn't get a boat. Only a madman would try to sail through that storm.
Well, quite. Hold on a minute, you don't mean...
That's right, sir. I flew here, all the way from Special Branch. Now, if you don't mind, sirs, I'm starting to feel a bit...
Poor old bird has passed out. Come on, Frumple, let's get him back to the mansion to rest. Right, well, we got him settled down. We should go back and check on him later.
Island. I guess maybe try the beach again? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Some driftwood is floating out on the sea. This might be useful if I could reach it.
Honestly, the one thing you should be good at is reaching things at a distance.
I'm not far off, but I need a bit more reach. Some kind of long pole would do the trick if it had something on the end to hook in the wood. If only I hadn't lost that boat hook earlier.
Would the axe in the house work? Damn it, cat. Ah, sorry, my cat just jumped right on my keyboard. Let's... Alright. island. Let's go. Let me see if I can get that axe. I have an inkling I may need that. Study. Cat, this is not the time to be playing with the mouse on the computer screen.
You know, I feel like this axe might come in useful again.
Ah, okay.
I suppose there's no harm in taking it out now.
Wait, just let me move out of the way first. I don't want to be anywhere near this lash up after the last time you touched it.
See? Perfectly safe. I think. I know I can carry a lot of things, but I draw.
Alright, I don't need that yet. I have a feeling we are going to need that, but not now. Okay, so back.
Sorting through Gilfrey's paperwork. Did you find everything you needed?
Well, not everything. There were some papers missing. If you find any of his documents or such like, do let me know.
Thank you, Mr. Spode.
Intriguing. Okay. Nice DMs. Alright, so island. Alright, Long Beach. What?
This might do the job. Yes, I can pull the driftwood in towards the shore.
I'm waiting for him to fall in head
And
first.
you almost did it without dropping that antique axe into the drink too. Almost.
Alright. Let's go check out this cave. Ooh, submarine? Oh, barrels.
This water is far too deep to wade in. We'll need to find another way if we're to get over to that vessel.
Let me guess. That's where the,
I should very
Who
much like
comes
to
in?
see the inside of that craft, however the water is far too deep to wade over. Frumple, perhaps you could...
No bloody chance. I'd get water in me tea.
Good Lord, Frumple, look at this, it's Gilfrey's submarine vessel. He used this for his expeditions, made some fantastic voyages of discovery.
Too lazy to swim, I suppose.
I rather think he's built for streams and rivers rather than whole oceans, to be fair.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose that's a reasonable excuse.
So, I'm guessing we need to go back and get the diver suit. Actually, can I just open the map? Where's the map?
A map of the island.
Oh, that doesn't help. Okay, jetty.
I know I can carry a lot of things, but I draw the line at lugging around a big metal helmet for no very good reason.
I think we're gonna need said helmet. Alright, so let's...
This seems unlikely to be effective.
Oh, my bad.
Now I can bind this driftwood together with the vines. Yes, that makes a most satisfactory plank. This driftwood plank will make an ideal makeshift bridge over to the ship. There, perfect.
Oh yes, this will definitely hold the combined weight of a giraffe and a hippo. Absolutely no danger here.
Have a little faith, my friend. Look, Frumple, there's a book of music on the organ. Perhaps you could play one of these.
No, I don't think so. Don't really care for any of them.
You've not even looked.
Well, even so. Maybe if you have a particular request, I could treat you to a performance.
Aww. Alright, what else we got here? Stairs.
I say, I wonder where this goes.
I suspect it leads down to the engine. Probably just machinery and such like down there. In any case, there's a red rope blocking our path. We really mustn't cross it.
Oh no, quite so. Unconscionable. Unthinkable.
Probably for the best, truth be
Indubitably.
told. Our record when it comes to operating machinery we don't fully understand is not entirely spotless. Note about the times the vessel has been taken out. Nothing particularly recent as far as I can tell. Times, dates, coordinates, that sort of thing.
All a load of bloody gibberish to me. Oh, I say, the last page has a note written on it.
My dearest Ethelberta, a reminder that should you need to open the safe in my absence, you have only to play our tune.
Fellow has a safe then. Best look into that. Always some good clues in safes. I've had a lot of good that note does us though. How do we know what their tune was? Well, it could have been a bit more explicit.
I rather suspect that was the point. Anyway, we don't know, but somebody else might. We'll need to find out where this safe is too. Maybe one of the staff would be able to help there.
Huh. Alright, what else we got? Side window.
It's a bit murky down here, though I rather fancy I can see something or someone moving out there.
I suppose some aquatic fellow might be living down here. Doesn't appeal to me. How would you ever make a cup of tea underwater?
Let me have a closer look. I say, Frumple, old thing, there looks to be a chap in a spot of bother out here.
Oh, he's got fishing line around him. Oh! Airlock.
I suppose they kept this round in case it was needed to unstick a valve or something.
Could have done with that earlier.
Well, we have it now, that's the main thing.
Okay, well, we have a crowbar. Airlock.
Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to hold my breath for long periods of time. If I'm going out there, I'll need a way to breathe.
Okay, cue the suit then. Okay. Maybe?
Let's give this a go then.
Wait, this might be dangerous. Let me stand back first, then you can do it.
Thank you for your concern, my friend.
Well, look at that, it's full of gunpowder.
Yeah, we take said
I'm
gunpowder.
not actually that inclined to just shovel a hoof full of gunpowder directly into my pocket.
Do we have anything to put the gunpowder in? Oh. Maybe?
I'm going to take a small quantity of gunpowder in this envelope.
Blimey, I'm going to keep my distance for a bit. Don't want to get myself all blown up if you drop the stuff.
Okay, so we got gunpowder. I guess we can head out. Let's see. Frumple. Ideas?
Any ideas, old thing?
Seems to me we've seen something around this place which could help Dame Celia to hear us better.
One of those newfangled gramophone players. The music plays through this trumpet.
Modern technology is wonderful, just look how tiny it is.
Yeah, no.
I can't remove this trumpet, it's held in place with a small screw.
Do I have a screwdriver? Maybe kitchen knife might
I
help?
have reservations about doing this.
Did we come across a screw? Ah, wait a minute. Was there a screwdriver somewhere? Or was that the ice pick that we picked up? Nope.
Maybe this will help get a better view under that lake.
Oh!
You can't just stick it on your head though, you know? You'll need to make a seal somehow.
Yes, and figure out a way to breathe.
Is it even going to fit over that whacking great conch of yours?
Yeah. Well, solve that. Attic? Where's the attic?
No luck, I'm afraid. The door appears to be jammed shut.
I swear I can hear movement inside though. I say, you in there. I insist you open this door at once. Well, I'm out of ideas. We need to force it open somehow.
Do we still have the crowbar? We do! Well,
A
let's
little
give it a
elbow grease is all
whirl.
that's needed for this, I think.
Giraffes don't have elbows, do they?
Well, either way, this seems to be doing the job. Hello? Is anybody in here?
I'm sure I heard movement. I say, come out and show yourself, you bounder.
I can't see... No. Wait, over there. There's somebody heading towards us.
The fuck are you?
Very, very slowly.
Is that the butler?
Greetings.
Is that
I'm
butler?
Lord Winkelbottom, and this is my associate, Dr Frumple. You, I take it, are Ambrose, the butler.
Oh, thank heavens you found me, my lord. I've been trapped up here all night.
What the blazes happened to you, old thing?
Oh, some ne'er-do-well shut me in after I disturbed them snooping around up here.
Tell us, who was it?
I do apologise, my lord, but I'm not feeling too well after my ordeal. Would you be so kind as to let me
Are you
rest a while
drunk?
before I talk about it?
Oh, not at all, old chap. We shall come and see you in the servants' quarters presently.
Very good, my lord. Thank you.
That's disappointing. I was hoping we'd find a criminal up here or something.
Maybe we have.
What, the butler did it? Rather unlikely, what?
Just once I'd like it to be the case, though.
Alright, let's see what we got up here. Hey, what is
Now,
that?
what's under here, I wonder?
What the butler
I
saw.
say.
My word, what on earth is it? And what has you so uncharacteristically blind?
I know what that is.
Don't you know what this is? It's one of those machines for showing off. Oh, you know.
I honestly have no idea.
Oh my god,
It shows
dude!
pictures, photographs, you know, of animals. Animals wandering in it.
Any what?
Well, anything. At all. They're completely undressed. Or so I'm told. I never thought I'd actually see one of these in person.
How absolutely ghastly.
Oh my god, go peek in it, you prudes! Come on! Oh my god! I remember what the butler saw. I remember seeing a documentary on similar stuff to that. I think it was like early 20, not early, I don't want to say early 20th century porn necessarily, but I saw a documentary about something of this nature. Wow, that's funny. Just peek in it, you guys. Come on.
This trunk is full of various knickknacks, trinkets, old tools, and so on. Let me just check through the tools. Yes, there's a small screwdriver in here. I'll take this.
Walking tape.
Some tape used for sealing up boxes and such like.
That's all?
This trunk is full of various knickknacks, trinkets, old tools, and so on. I can't take all of it. Maybe if there's something specific I needed.
Well, we got the screwdriver. Anything else up here to check out? Oh, gotta do it again.
A machine that apparently shows photographs of animals in various states of undress. Doesn't seem to do anything. I think it needs a coin to operate it.
I'm sure we can find a coin or two around the place somewhere.
Wait a minute, was there a coin case in the study? Is that where I saw that? Hold on a second. What happened to the coin case?
Nothing
There.
under the case. Looks like they've been taken.
Damn cheek of somebody getting hold of them before you did.
Damn! Damn! Rude! Alright, fine. So we have the diving suit. Does she... Actually, let's go to the drawing room. I want to see something. Grab a phone. Will this work?
This screwdriver fits perfectly. Ah, yes, here we are.
Looks like you've come up trumps. Hey.
I guess that's all we need.
Trumpetless gramophone.
Alright, so we got the diving suit, so let's go back out to the cave.
I have a helmet, but there are a few problems with it. Firstly, it won't fit over my head. Secondly, there's no way to feed air into it so I can breathe. I need to solve these problems before I can safely go out there.
Okay, well... Alright, so... I know we still need to get the needle and thread. Wait a minute, is he going to use the gramophone as like a voice projector on the pelican? Well, let's see if this works.
Perhaps this trumpet would help with your hearing.
How dare you call me a strumpet? I've never been so offended in all my days.
No, madam, I said trumpet.
Now you're just mumbling, you young reprobate. Look, why don't you give me that trumpet you're holding so I can hear you better?
Greetings, madam.
Well, good day to you. Glad to see somebody around here has manners. Nobody else has said a word to me.
I have reason to believe you might have accidentally placed a quantity of coins into your bill.
Oh my word! However did these get here? Well, perhaps you should take them, darling, and let us not make any...
You are a right thief!
Ugh, they're all wet. Herr Frumple, you're more used to bodily fluids than I. You keep these, and I'll just take the one we need.
Oh, charming.
No.
I wonder if you might borrow your sewing kit.
Well, I suppose so. Just as long as you return it. Take what you need from my bag.
Don't think the old bird will want it back after I've been using it to serve the body.
It seems to me, Dame, that you're making something of a habit of purloining items that don't belong to you.
And you're a damn thief.
Oh, darling, it's true, it's true. I just can't help myself. So many pretty, shiny things. They'd be happier with me, don't you think? I'm doing it for them.
I see. It's really not acceptable behaviour, though.
No, indeed.
Everybody's allowed one dirty little habit, aren't they, darlings? It's such a little thing, really. They make such a fuss about it.
They?
The theatre owners said I'd ruined the play. It was the Meerkants of Venice. Well, how was I to know they needed all three of those silly boxes? I left them one, but the others were so sparkly. I just had to have them, darlings. I had to.
You mean you stole props in the middle of the play? I take it they fired you.
Yes, darling. They replaced me. Replaced me! And it was all hush-hush, of course, but I didn't work in theatre again. These days I'm lucky to get booked for a cabaret night at the Darby and Joan Club.
Most distressing, I'm sure.
To think my career would meet such an ignoble end. Oh, darlings, you should have seen me in my prime. I did all the greats. Shakespeare, the primates of Penzance, Waiting for Doggo. Oh, I was marvellous, darlings. Simply marvellous.
Okay, then.
Farewell, Dame Celia. Maybe I'll take this vase.
Why, want to stick your head in it again to get the last bit of stalk out of it?
Oh, well, okay, we have a vase. 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 Okay, so we got the needle and thread, so I think we need to go back to the bathroom and do an autopsy.
He doesn't have anything else on him. This seems unlikely to be effective.
There we go.
Right then, I suppose you'll need to perform this autopsy.
Let me take the needle and thread and I'll get on with it. Right, I'll just get ready. I'm not really sure about this apron. Oh, well, here we go,
Oh my
then.
god. Wow, my
Is that
lord.
it?
Yes, all done. He was murdered, all right. Saltwater poisoning. Somebody must have tainted the water in his pipe network.
And salt water would kill him.
Yes, he's a freshwater animal. Couldn't survive in salt.
Can you estimate the time of death?
Poor chap probably only died shortly before the maid found him, but the salt could have been put into the system hours earlier. There's no way to know when the killer struck.
So we know how he was killed, but not when. That makes it hard to nail down a suspect. If it could have been done at any time, anybody could have done it. Blast.
Time for a bit of detective work then. Talk to suspects, fill up the old notebook, what?
Indeed, there's a villain on this island, and it's up to us to bring him, or her, to justice. Come, Frumple, the game is a hoof.
Okay, game is now a hoof. Oh, we got the coin. We gotta go back to the attic. That's right.
I'll just pop this in here and...
It's working. It's working. Let me see, dash it all. I say, there's a nude fellow in a bath. You know, he looks somewhat familiar.
Oh! Oh my god, so funny.
Well, I'll be jiggered.
I'll be jiggered indeed.
I think perhaps we should endeavour to never watch that again. Ever.
Yes, quite so, old thing. Quite so.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Doctor. We're gonna ask him
there's
about
something
that.
rather delicate I wish to discuss with you. Quiet, Frumple.
What is it, my son?
Well, that is to say...
You were in a dirty movie.
Bugger.
God.
I just knew it had come out at some point.
You don't deny it.
Would that I could, but no. I feared Gilfrey had discovered my secret. I suppose that's why we're all here, so he can reveal the terrible truth to the world.
Surely not. Gilfrey wouldn't do something like that.
And why shouldn't he? Maybe he felt that it was the right thing to do, or maybe he was going to ask for money to keep my secret. In any event, perhaps I should be punished for my sordid past. I needed the money, you see.
Oh, when you need the money, you need the money.
Foolish.
The old church roof again. Couldn't you run a tombola or something?
I hadn't taken up the cloth then, you understand. In fact, in many regards, this is my way of atoning for that sin.
Well, don't worry, Reverend. Your secret is safe with us.
Oh, is it? That's a shame. It's a blasted funny story.
Reverend, could we talk about the incident? What can you tell us about the incident last night?
Alas, not a jot. I arrived here and went to my room for some peace and quiet before the big event. By the time I came down, poor Gilfrey had already passed.
You saw nothing unusual.
I wish I could help you, but no, I'm afraid I did not.
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
Service course. Oh! Wait a minute. Were those papers under there the whole time?
I say, I didn't notice these before. They must have been disturbed with all
neither
the
did
comings and
I.
goings in here.
Let me see. They're a load of hoof-written letters. Look like pretty soppy stuff to me. My dearest A, blah blah, secret love, blah blah, BC. Who's BC?
Well, we know a B at least. These letters seem a touch one-sided, and if they are from who I suspect, then it looks like they weren't ever actually given to A.
Can we not take them? I guess not. Well, I guess we can talk to Ambrose. He is here.
Tell me about how you got trapped in the attic.
Well, sure. It was like this. I was in the attic sorting through a few of the master's belongings. It's awful messy up there, so I've taken it upon myself to do a spot of spring cleaning.
Go on.
Well, sure, while I was tidying, somebody else came in and started rooting through the boxes. It's dark up there, so they didn't notice me at first.
Who was it?
Well, alas, that I can't tell you, sir. Much as they didn't see me, I couldn't see very much of them.
Most unfortunate.
Anyway, I must have made a sound because I startled them. I tried to give chase, but they ran out the door, slamming it shut. Must have done some damage because it got jammed.
The rotter locked the door at the bottom of the stairs too.
I suppose they must have thought old Ambrose here saw them and wanted to keep him out of the way, at least for a short while. But what were they looking for, I wonder? Ambrose, I regret to inform you that your master is deceased.
I know, sir. Ms. Clutterbuck was kind enough to break the news to me.
Do you have any idea who the rotter might be?
Alas, no, sir. My master was a kind soul. It's hard to imagine anybody wishing him harm.
We have reason to believe there may be a safe in the house somewhere.
No, my lord. Leastways, not as far as I'm aware. The master kept his paperwork in his study, but there's no safe in there.
Well, this is frustrating. I mean, just what is the point of a combination if we don't have the safe to go along with it?
Huh, interesting. Okay.
Thank you, Ambrose.
See how cold
Well, he
he's
seems
doing.
dead to the world. How does he seem to you, Frumple?
Poor fellow is knackered. He'll be right as rain after a bit of rest, though. We should leave him be.
So there's Beryl, the servant. Is she in the kitchen? Oh, yep.
This might be a touch awkward, but we discovered some letters under your bed.
Oh, my lord. You didn't read them, did you?
And how? So you're B, then? And I take it old Aristotle Gilfrey was A.
Oh, my lord, I didn't mean anybody to see those letters. They're just a silly old goat's idle fantasy. The master was kind, but never showed me any interest.
And you wished him to?
More than anything, my lord. But it wasn't his way. He was still devoted to the mistress, and nobody would have changed that. Especially not somebody like me, I suppose.
Huh.
Turning to the incident, then. Are you aware of anybody who might have had a grudge against Gilfrey?
Well, my lord, Pumphrey seemed most vexed of late. Said he overheard the master discussing getting rid of somebody on the telephone. He thought it was him because of an incident in the vegetable garden. But I'm sure it wasn't. I can't think what he overheard.
Please tell us in detail what you know about the incident.
Well, my lord, as you know, I discovered the master dead a short while before you arrived. The other guests were here, and I'd been helping them to their rooms. I went to find the master, and there he was. Dead. Oh, it was horrible.
And you didn't see anything strange before that?
Well, at the time, I thought it odd that Ambrose wasn't helping with the guests. Oh, but I never dreamed he'd been locked up there in the attic all that time.
Ah.
Miss Clutterbuck, it strikes me you might have had a somewhat uneasy relationship with the victim.
Oh, no, sir. The master was very kind to me.
Not as kind as you'd have liked, though.
I suppose I can't blame him. A person in his position couldn't be seen with somebody like me. It just wouldn't be proper.
Well, quite so.
I fancy I might have resented him for it a bit. Oh,
So I guess we're gonna have to talk to
so many
everybody
things have
again.
been different.
Did you ever discuss this with him? Perhaps he might have felt the same way you did.
Oh, my lord. I just couldn't. Oh, the shame of it.
I wonder if you could tell us where Gilfrey's safe is located.
Safe? Oh, no, my lord. The master doesn't have a safe.
But he must.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm afraid not. If he did, then he kept it a secret from me.
Well, this is most disappointing, I must say. Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
So I guess we're having to interview everybody again. So I guess we'll start with the drawing room.
Madam? About the incident. How well did you know Gilfrey?
Aristotle, not well. I knew dear Ethelberta for many years, almost since I was a Crier. I remember she was so excited when Aristotle proposed to her. He always seemed such a kind soul.
Then you don't know why anyone would have done him in?
Gracious, no. Please find out what caused this terrible tragedy, Lord Winkelbottom. I fear his soul will not rest until you do.
What do you know about the incident?
I have tried to speak to the spirits, but there is a veil over these events. All is cloudy to me.
A load of rot.
Frumple, do be polite.
Oh, maybe you're right, Doctor. Recently, I find myself wondering if my powers are real after all. Perhaps it's all in my head.
You're doubting your abilities.
I might not be the only one. Think about it. An animal of science brought me here. Maybe he didn't believe either. Maybe he planned to put me to the test. If he did, I don't know that I would have passed.
Thank you for your time, madam.
Alright. Talking to the deaf pelican.
Now, about the incident. What can you tell us about Gilfrey?
I don't know him at all. No idea why he invited me. Truth be told, when I saw that journalist, my blood ran cold.
Why?
A lady has secrets, darling. Things she might want to keep away from her adoring public. I was worried Gilfrey might have discovered something about me and was planning on sharing it with the world.
Do you know anything about what happened?
Not a thing, darling. I hid away in here when I arrived. It gets so tiresome being in public, you know. So many questions, demands for autographs and all that.
Well, since you mention it, I have a piece of paper here. Maybe you could...
Frumple, this is not the time. Farewell, Dame Celia.
So... Constance and her fiancé are outside, so I guess it would be the naughty Reverend. I like it. Okay. Let's see if Dr. Price has anything to say before we leave the house. I think we're gonna have to leave the house next, maybe?
If we could talk about the incident for a moment. What can you tell us about Gilfrey's death?
Nothing, I'm afraid. I wasn't in the mansion at the time. I live elsewhere on the island. I prefer the solitude. It allows me to focus on my work.
How was your relationship with Gilfrey?
I was very grateful to him for offering me work. Many people aren't quite so open-minded, you know.
You don't know of anybody who would wish him harm.
Not at all. He wasn't exactly outgoing, at least in the time I knew him.
But you got along with him well.
As well as could be expected. Like most people, he underestimated me. I'm capable of far more than the work he allowed me to do, Mr. Winkelbottom. But I'm used to being underappreciated.
Because you're, you know...
Indeed. Not the sort of work a woman is supposed to do, don't you know? I have to work twice as hard as the others for a quarter of the recognition.
Most frustrating, I'm sure.
And on top of that, I can't even get a lab coat my size with pockets in it. It's just infuriating.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Price.
So... Spode mentioned something about papers, didn't he? Is he still outside? Yep.
Have you finished sorting through Gilfrey's paperwork? Did you find everything you needed?
Well, not everything. There were some papers missing. If you find any of his documents or such like, do let me know.
Oh, okay, that didn't help.
Perhaps we should discuss the incident. Do you have any idea who would want to kill poor Gilfrey?
Not a clue, old thing. Not a clue.
He had no legal problems, nothing that could suggest a motive?
Nothing that I knew about, and I would have known.
How about the old will? There's always a big kerfuffle about the will in cases like this, at least in my experience.
Nothing out of the ordinary. With his wife dead, just about everything goes to Constance.
Just about everything?
Oh, there was an amount set aside for the staff, to ensure they were well looked after. Not enough to kill for, though.
And what can you tell us about what happened to Gilfrey?
Hard to say, old thing. I mean, there was no shortage of folks coming and going, so it really could have been anybody. Quite the collection of characters, I think you'll agree.
You don't know anybody else here?
Not one of them. I've known Gilfrey for years, but not socially. I just dealt with his legal matters.
Thank you, Mr. Spode.
So I'm assuming Constance and Winslet are still down at the family crypt. Let's go find out. God, that's just freaking spooky.
Perhaps we could discuss your family. Do you happen to know if there's a particular tune or song your parents used to enjoy together?
Why, yes, there is, as a matter of fact. A song called Waddling in the Moonlight. Mother used to play it on the organ. I haven't thought about that for years.
Had you seen your father recently?
No, not for some time. I was so looking forward to seeing him again, introducing him to Winslet. But alas...
Thank you, miss. We have reason to believe your father might have owned a safe.
Oh, that's right, he did.
I say, we've been over every blasted inch of that house and I've not seen one anywhere.
You wouldn't, Dr. Frumple. Father hid it. It's behind a painting in the drawing room. You won't get into it, though. Even I don't know how it opens. Father wouldn't go near it when others were in the room.
So how do you
really?
know about it?
One time, when I was just a duckling, I snuck into the room while he had the safe open. He didn't see me, thank goodness. I don't think even the staff know it's there. I can't imagine what he kept in it.
Thank you, Miss Gilfrey. Most interesting.
Ah, it's very interesting.
Farewell, Miss Gilfrey.
What's Winslet have to say?
If we could discuss the incident last night. Do you know anything about the circumstances of Gilfrey's death?
Not a jot, old thing. I mean, any one of us could have done it, couldn't we? People coming and going for this big event. I say, it could even have been you. Or Dr. F here.
How dare you, sir? I'm a doctor. I would never.
Steady on, old thing. He was just making a point. How well did you know Admiral Gilfrey?
Never met the fellow. I mean, Connie has talked about him, of course, but we never actually met.
So you don't know who might have wanted to kill him?
Not a clue, old thing. Isn't it usually a family thing? Inheritance and all that?
Alas, his only family is poor Miss Gilfrey. And you, once you're married, of course.
Right, yes, I suppose so. If he'd allowed the marriage, of course. I don't think the old boy approved of me, truth be told. Like my own family, I suppose. I say, you're not suggesting we had anything to do with this, are you?
I'm not suggesting anything at the moment, sir. Mr. Spode mentioned Constance's inheritance. It will be rather substantial, I believe.
Oh, rather. I mean, jolly rotten luck and all, but she'll be a rich woman now.
And you a rich man, if you're to marry her.
I say, well, that's a fine thing, isn't it? Dashed rude of you, old thing. What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, just pointing out the facts.
You're awful
Well,
defensive,
you can get
dude.
that idea out of your head right away. The nerve of you. I mean, really, it's just too much.
Okay, if anyone would have killed him, it would have been him.
Tell us more about this business with your family.
Not much to tell. I wanted to get a decent job and they didn't approve. Just wanted me to swan around the estate all day. Not my style, old thing. I mean, I like to enjoy myself as much as the next chap, but one has to try to make a difference, don't you think?
Wish I didn't have to have a job. My life would be much easier without all the bloody sick people badgering me all day.
So they disowned you. Seems a trifle harsh.
Well, quite, old thing. Families, eh, Winklebottom? More belly trouble than they're worth. We'd be better off without them. Oh, sorry, Constance.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, so... Before I end this, let's go to the cave because maybe we have everything we need to get to that octopus? Let's find out. Oh, and also the organ on the submarine, too. Let's see what we got. Alright.
Well then, Frumple, we know the tune you need to play.
Oh, very well, if you insist. Let's see now.
This sounds like a tune out of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time. Oh, be that.
Good grief, a piece of paper shot out of the pipe when you played that last note.
Thought it sounded a bit off.
Let's take a look at this. It says, where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born. I'm not sure this is a great deal of help, but it must connect to this safe somehow.
Interesting. So we have the tape, we have the helmet. Didn't he say something to breathe? We needed something to breathe with? Where am I going? I know where I'm going. No, oh shit, I don't want the submarine. There we go. Ah, dang it. Outside. Jetty. Wait a minute. Do we need the hose? Is the hose even still in the drawing room? Oh. Why
Seems
didn't I
that
grab
might
this when
have
I
a
was
use
in
for this
here?
after all. I can use this packing tape to attach the hose pipe to the helmet. I'd really rather not.
Okay, so we have the dive helmet. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're going in the water. Let's go do that real quick. Jetty. Well, let's see if this works. Oh wait, oh no, we need the... Do we need the airlock? I bet we need the airlock, don't we?
Well, I have a diving helmet and a way to get air into it, but unfortunately it won't fit over my face. I need a way to extend the front of it. Ideally, a way which will still allow me to see.
What? So... Oh! Light bulb! Will that
Fit
work?
packing tape in this
Oh,
helmet
Jesus,
should
it
now fit
does!
over my snout.
Holy shit! Okay.
Well, I've modified this helmet to be suitable for a giraffe, so it's time to head out. Frumple, you can close the airlock behind me, and I'll attach the hose to the vessel's air supply.
The hose that's held in place with packing tape, that hose, not that it matters. That vase will probably drop off the front before the hose detaches.
I'm really starting to feel that you have no confidence in my abilities.
No, I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm just saying it's a good job I know the kiss of life, that's all.
Right, here we go then.
Oh my god! That's absolutely comical!
How do you do, good sir, and how are you this fine day?
Hello! None too clever, truth be told. Got myself stuck in this blasted wine. All tangled up down the old tentacles, don't you know?
I say, how absolutely ghastly for you. I'd say this submarine is really quite a splendid vessel, isn't it?
Well, not exactly my kettle of fish, you know, but I suppose for you land dwellers it's a useful contraption.
I say, do you want me to help detangle you from that stuff? Might be a bit tricky for me down here, mind?
Oh, that would be most splendid. Thank you kindly. I'll just pop up to the service when we're down here, then.
I say, do you want me to help detangle you from that stuff? Might be a bit tricky for me down here, mind?
Oh, that would be most splendid.
Alright, there we go. Didn't mean to do that.
Goodbye for now, old thing. I'll see you back topside, as they say.
Thanks, old boy. Much appreciated, I'm sure.
I get to return to submarine?
Any ideas, old thing?
Probably need to sort out that octopus chap who's waiting for us in the cave.
Alright, so up.
Just pulling at it is just making it tighter. I think this needs cutting off.
Do we have the knife? We do. Let's see.
I say, what is this wire stuff anyway?
Nobody really knows. You find it sometimes under the water. Not a blessed clue where it came from or what it's made from, but it's almost invisible. You don't know it's there until it's too late. It must be animal-made, but I can't imagine its purpose.
Well, farewell then. Any ideas, old thing?
Probably need to sort out that octopus chap who's waiting for us in the cave.
Just pulling at it is just making it tighter. I think this needs cutting off.
Can we not do it with the knife?
Let's have a look now. Oh, this will come off easily if I just cut it into a few pieces.
Careful you don't prod him too hard. I had an octopus for a patient once.
I can hear you, you know.
Right, that's done the trick. Well, you seem to be free now, old chap.
Thanks awfully. I'll be toddling off then. Blasted nuisance. I don't normally come this close to shore, but I was trying to keep away from a ship out at sea. Blasted thing nearly ran into me. Going like the clappers it was, trying to get through that storm.
How peculiar. Did you recognise the ship?
No, never seen it before. These waters are usually so quiet. They seemed very keen to get here, but I don't think they managed it there. The storm was too severe. They're still out there off the coast now, as if they're waiting for something.
All seems a bit odd to me. What knows what anyone wants with this desolate little place?
Well, farewell then.
Goodbye, old chap. Thanks awfully for the help.
Okay then. Okay folks, I'm gonna cut it for this episode. Next one, we may need to go back to Constant and Winslow and talk to them some more since they're probably at the family crypt, and then we got other areas of the map or the island to explore. So, thank you for joining me on Lord Winkelbottom Investigates. And I will see you all on the next episode. Bye for now.